that didn't even. Oh, hold on. Oh, this is so fucked up. This is so fucked up. Now my alarms are okay. Where are my alarms?
You should say set an alarm for half hour called shut the fuck up.
Okay.
And then she'll say it on your phone.
None of these alarms are even on though. How did that not work? I saw that it worked. Oh, there's a timer. How is that an alarm? That's a timer. Please don't include any of this. This is the most geriatric I've ever been. Hold on. Set an alarm for a half hour called shut the fuck up. Again, this is a timer.
That's a timer.
This is a timer.
But it'll work.
You think? Yes? Yeah. That'll work?
Yeah.
Fucking whatever, dude. Let's just... There we go. Oh. Jeez. Oh. Yeah.
Oh.
We're back. Let's do it. Me and Pretty Cat. And you're here.
I'm here.
Ba 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 Pretty Cat's looking around.
What's happening?
That's his favorite sound, and he's hearing it now. Welcome to All the Space in Between. My name is Mitch.
My name is Billy. Welcome to our podcast. Our podcast of lies. Our podcast where we're liars.
Look, just be happy we're here now. Like, what? I don't understand what the issue is. Just be happy we're here now. Okay. I did want to get into that like right at the beginning.
Yeah.
Is that we've been like we've fallen off entirely.
Yeah.
When it comes to podcasting. It's just not something that we did. And then every time we tried to like come back,
every time? There was only one time.
We became a lot less. No, there was tons of words like, "Oops, we didn't do it for a month." "Oops, well, we'll do it." Okay, but now you're traveling, and then we're gonna, but we're gonna record some before you go. What? Sorry, we only recorded the one.
Yeah,
it's a holiday, so I guess we should do it. Like we've been falling off a lot.
True.
A lot, and then
a gradual 6-month falling off.
Yeah.
Like 6 months of just slowly rolling down a hill.
And I'm ready to admit and come clean as to why.
Okay.
I kind of got drafted in the NBA.
Oh my
God.
God.
I'm gonna play a sport on television.
I thought you signed an NDA about that.
It expired.
An NBA NDA.
An NBA NDA.
Yeah.
But it was only good for 8 months. Yeah, the 8-month NBA NDA. And I did sign it.
And it said, don't tell anyone you're 5'7".
Yeah, don't tell anybody that you can dunk. And I said, I promise I can't.
Yeah.
What actually happened is that this last time is actually really funny because this last time that we were just like, there was even a point like at the beginning where I'm like, are we so back?
Are we so back?
Are we totally fucking back?
The answer was no. No, we weren't back. We know that now.
Pretty much immediately after I said that, like not even after that podcast aired.
Yeah.
I mean, like right after I said it, I could feel my brain fall into a deep depression. You know, like right as soon as I said, we're so back, it was like dopamine, boom,
gone.
just left.
Gone.
Yeah.
Gone.
It's just totally gone. And I just sort of, I'm not going to get too into it on the show, but I dealt with something very personal and had just a tremendously bad time.
Really bad
for the last however long. It became like a paranoid, weird mess. I got another therapist very momentarily, and I had 3 sessions total with this person. And he dealt with like childhood trauma, and he dealt with a bunch of stuff. And I had the deep dive with him and felt okay about it. And then I had the first real session and felt not. I guess it was only the 2. It was only the 2 sessions. I had the one call that was only like 15 minutes, the consultation, thank you. Then we had the deep dive, which is the first session, and then we had one more session after that. And like
the deep dive being just where you're like, here's my life story and my issues.
Here's everything.
You know,
and I've been and now I'm tripping out about a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And I need extra help. And this I knew going in that it was a bit faith-based. And I thought that I was fine with that because they were like, we believe in the clinical and we're gonna, so we can totally separate that as much as you want, as much. And then after I was being like super honest with him about like my lifestyle and stuff, he very politely was just like, I don't, and then just kind of dropped me as a.
Dropped you in the sin bin.
Yeah, right in the sin bin. And then like it was almost like right then like my eyes could focus on the Zoom call and I just like, oh yeah, no, there are just like two giant paintings of Jesus Christ on
Being
either side
to
of
death.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's bloody.
Yeah.
He's a bloody mess. And I'm just like, for sure. Yeah, you don't agree with all that. But he was nice.
Bold of him to put you in the sin bin when he's the one with, violent homoerotic art on his therapy wall, but
yeah.
Go off.
I was like, this isn't making it any easier.
Yeah.
My issues, sir. So I had that hilarious experience, and then I was like, you know what? I mean, he was really helpful because at the time that I was truly like panicking, struggling, dealing with so much, it was helpful to talk to him. But then it was also really nice of him to just be like, I don't want you to waste your money. I believe in monogamy. And I'm gonna push that upon you. Like I do believe that marriage it's a thing. It's a big thing in my life, and I just believe in monogamy so much.
Yeah.
And I was like, for sure.
The whole kind of Christian
monogamous
monogamous institution.
I get it.
It's kind of it's a big thing for them.
I get it.
Yeah.
So my last couple months of I do feel better. I feel better, but I'm still like right at the beginning of like dealing with all that stuff. But I've been dealing with it with like my therapist and
good old Neil.
Other stuff. We're gonna try something soon. It has a really cute acronym. It's called WET. It's called writing exposure therapy.
Wet.
We're
gonna try and get wet.
Yeah. I'm gonna get wet later.
Woo!
Which is wet. I couldn't imagine getting wet with my other therapist. He sucked. So we are back for now.
We're tentatively back. I like how you started that being like, it's actually funny.
None of it was Yeah, it's actually funny. So I kind of resurfaced a bunch of like weird childhood shit. And then I went to this therapist who didn't agree with my lifestyle, who dropped me as a patient. But then, I don't know. The acronym's cute. WET.
Yeah. So it's like, it's funny is incredibly sad.
Yeah. It's actually super funny. Spent $600 for nothing. Yeah. You know what would have actually probably healed me a lot more was a PlayStation 5. Yeah. Like if I had just purchased a PlayStation 5 with that money, at least I would have just distracted myself while I was absolutely looking at the door every so often because I thought someone was going to kill me.
Yeah.
Because I went that insane. But I'm feeling okay now. A cool thing that we're trying for the podcast right now is like shorter episodes.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, an hour and a half of talking, it's like a 10, 12 gig file.
Yeah.
It's just so I was like, let's just not talk for very long and then just do that for more often. And then it's just like less to edit. Another cool thing that we're doing too, and this is like so nobody gives a shit at all. And I'm like, I'm talking too much. I'm like, it's a podcast. But
yeah, you are going to hit that time limit.
We're recording directly into the computer instead of the little recorder down here that I have to go. So it's already like the compression is already being applied.
Yeah.
And the preamp is already being applied.
Streamlined, baby.
Yeah, it's all streamlined.
Also, the camera's in a different place. I don't know if you're watching this or listening to it, but if you're listening to it, then watch it instead and let us know if the camera being in a different place is cool.
Yeah, we tried to like position it totally in the middle like normal. And then last minute, I was like, my weird art brain is just telling me throw it at a random spot every episode.
Saying the middle has become tedious to me. The middle is boring, actually. And I'd like to veer to the right.
The middle sucks.
Which is like kind of an artistic comment, but it's also kind of a political move that Mitch is trying out.
I am veering.
To the right.
I'm going right of center. And it doesn't feel good. But those 2 sessions, they changed me.
Oh my god.
Also, my hair is still long as shit.
Your hair is beautiful.
Isn't it crazy?
I
My
think
hair
it's so...
is so fucking long.
I'm obsessed with it, to be honest.
It's really, really long. And
Yeah.
every time I'm like, I'm gonna cut it. I have to cut it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm Fabio now. I can't I'm going to cut it. I'm gonna cut it and I'm gonna look so cute.
It's true.
But for now,
It's a hard choice between beautiful and cute. It's tough. Between gorgeous and hot.
I get it.
But yeah. Between sexual and sensual, really, I feel like are the two.
And I'm in between those two lengths currently. Yeah, it is really, really long. So please watch the video and let me know that this hair that I can now chew on
Yum.
is it's also like, and this isn't just like a me being 33 thing, but like I think especially now that it's long, I feel it falling out like crazy.
Oh yeah.
I'm constantly just like, am I dying?
You are leaving a trail of hair like a fucking like a clue, you
But
know?
it doesn't feel like it's necessarily thinning.
Like
But it's just so fucking much of it is just on my pillow.
Yeah.
I guess I should brush my hair now that it's this long. You know? Maybe I should brush it sometimes.
Yeah, and you can be even more horrified at how much comes out in the hairbrush.
But then it won't come off of my pillow, is what I'm saying.
You walk around the house like Hansel and Gretel leaving cookie crumbs. You know,
yeah.
I can tell, I can retrace your steps throughout the day.
Uh-huh.
I'll be like, oh, he's in his office. Oh, he came out. He went to the bathroom.
Right.
He made a mug cake.
Yeah.
Went back to his office. Like, I can see everything.
Oh,
yeah.
Looks like he jerked off in this corner. There's just a lot of hair. There's a whole bunch of it.
He was really
right
shaking
here.
over here.
This one, he was either having a panic attack or he was really jerking one out.
Either way, vibrating violently.
This is, say it with me,
An
an
advice
podcast that we are trying to get back into the rhythm of hosting every week.
Every week? Is it every week?
Yeah, if they're gonna be a half hour long, why the fuck not?
Fair
Plus,
enough.
dude, I'm fucking back.
Oh,
now.
he's so fucking back. He's so fucking
I
back.
come back in a wheelchair. Well, I finally attempted it.
Well, I broke both my legs and my spine.
Yeah, but I will fly one day once the cops aren't at my door. Which is how I was feeling for the whole time I was gone.
Yeah.
Sorry. Blood in my cough.
In your handkerchief.
Oh shit.
Should we read a question?
This is an advice podcast.
This is an
and I
advice
would love to
podcast.
read a question.
Also, actually, before we read the question, I'm going to tell you, dear listener, dear watcher, dear podcast enjoyer, I'm going to tell you to send us an email. I'm going to fucking dare you to send us a freaking email right now. Because we need them, and we want to, like we were saying in perfect unison, we would like to get back to this being an advice podcast and not just a long string of tangents.
Yeah.
I don't know. The tangents will still exist, obviously, because we're incapable of controlling ourselves.
We are an advice podcast, though.
But we want to get back to centering a question. So
Advice podcast is the thing I started.
Yeah.
Advice
the thing I started. You were the first person to have the idea of an advice podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I look great for 59. And an advice podcast is the thing that Sad Soul was.
Mm-hmm.
And this functioned for we're at 200 episodes deep.
Yeah.
And we were doing great. We need to. I just feel like every time I do anything now, I'm like, sorry guys, I've been away for so long. I just hate social media so much. It's like no one fucking cares.
No one gives a shit.
And if you do care, you can listen to fucking Pull Away Slow. Probably talk about it on that some. You can listen to any Discord call I have in the server. You can listen to Flat Sound Radio, which is back now. You can go to flatsound.org/radio.
That is so fucking back.
That
true.
one's back.
Yeah.
That one's so back.
Yeah.
I've been just popping in there sometimes, being like, hey, so I know that you're probably asleep right now, but I see that there's 15 people, 20 people listening to the radio right now. That's really cool. So this song, actually, I record. It's actually funny that this, even though nobody asked. And I'll just talk about the ambient music that's playing, or I'll just be like, hey, I'm gonna go to bed tonight as a treat. Hey, I'm gonna as my insane thing. Hey guys, I tried breaking into my own house, and now I'm gonna go to bed next week. I'm about to go to bed, and I just wanted to say goodnight to the people that are, and it's just cool. I can just go on the air so fast now.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool.
It is cool.
Aren't you gonna read a question?
I was going to ask them to send us questions. Our email address is...
All the space in between at gmail.com. All the space in between at gmail.com. You said this forever ago, and I think about it every time. You say, name of the show, most popular email.
Easy.
It's very easy
so
to remember.
easy. Guess it. Guess the email, and you'll probably get it right.
Is.
You don't even need us to really tell it to you.
At this point, I think you can misspell it, and we would still get the email
We'd get it somehow.
So all
Send
the
us
space in between at gmail.com.
Yeah.
And we'd really love to give you advice.
Yes.
Because don't you want advice from me, who's been holding on for dear life as to not have a panic attack after I have dinner every night. Yeah. Because the food gave me a little too much energy.
What one do you want to do first? I
want to do the kind of juicy one that I've already kind of proofread I would love to get into. And then if we have time, then we'll do another one.
Okay. I'm going to read it.
No, I just said I proofread it. I want to read it.
You're gonna, okay.
Even though I've done a lot of talking. No, actually, you read it because I've been doing so much talking.
Okay. Give yourself a rest.
Okay.
Drink a little bit of your water from your banana mug.
My incredible banana mug. No one can see that there's bananas on it, but this is probably the sweetest mug I've ever gotten as a gift.
Mm-hmm. Okay. This one is called I'm in love with my best friend. Help! Hey, Mitchie and Bill. I have a pickle, so I'm just going to jump right into it. In 2016, fucking hell, it's a long time ago.
So long ago, almost 10 years at this point.
I started talking to this girl online and we hit it off really quickly. I'm from Australia, she's from the UK. We tried dating long distance on and off over the years, but things always got in the way. But mostly, I think it was just the fact that we were both in our late teens and not emotionally mature enough to handle a relationship like that yet. So, we stayed friends, talked every now and then, and tried dating people separately. I had a couple of unfulfilling relationships during that time, and I knew she was in a similar situation, going on dates, not really having much luck. Admittedly, she was always in the back of my mind. I always wondered what it could have been. A few years ago, she poured her heart out to me over messages, telling me that she would move mountains to be with me and that she was sorry she didn't try harder to make us work. It was truly very heartfelt and genuine, but I had a partner at the time, so I had no idea how to respond to that. Skip forward 4 years to now. We're both in our mid-20s. We text every day and have regular phone calls. We're communicating better than we ever have, supporting each other, joking around, no miscommunications or tension or anything. Things are going so well. I've spent the past year reflecting on this whole situation, and I've come to realize that even though we've both been on our own paths, she is who I want to spend my life with. I think the concept of soulmates is a bit cheesy, but she has seriously been on my mind for 8 years and I am so in love with her. The only problem is that she's been in a relationship with a guy for the past 3 years.
Boo!
And they live together.
Boo!
I don't want to ruin our friendship by confessing my feelings for her, but I feel like I'll regret it forever if I never mention it. If she's felt that strongly for me before, is there a chance she still feels that way? What should I do? Should I tell her how I feel? Should I just wait it out and see what happens? Am I being crazy and I just need to move on? I'm really hoping this comes across like a romantic Jim and Pam situation from The Office, and not like I'm being a persistent little creep. I truly do just want the best for her in the end. Please help. This person's name.
Pretty good.
Pretty juicy.
Pretty good.
Pretty juicy.
You didn't see and you thought I was reacting to the email, but I actually spilled so much water on my phone.
I did see.
Oh, you did see.
I did see.
Yeah. I thought you were just like, this email's pretty good, isn't it? And I was like, I might have to get a new phone. Yeah. I can't read the next email because my phone sparked and started smoking.
Oh my God.
Adorable email. Do you remember in The Office what was this? I want to say his name was Roy. Pam's partner.
First boyfriend?
Yeah, before Jim. Was his name Roy? That's a totally
it's been so
random.
long, I don't know.
I want to look it up to see if I am right.
Did he suck?
He didn't necessarily. Yeah, yes, he did. He wasn't a good. He wasn't a good mix for Pam. He was no Jim.
This is the Office fan cast.
Yeah.
Well, it was
our
no
listeners
Jim.
went up. Pam, The Office.
Our listeners go up like that one time that we got our highest listeners because we mentioned Spider-Man.
Yeah. Well, actually, we mentioned Spider-Man's ass.
Spider-Man's ass.
It shot up.
We should talk about Jim Halpert's ass.
There we go.
Yeah.
Let me just type in Jim Halpert's ass. That comes up a lot
There
of
it is,
pictures.
yeah.
You think you wouldn't have him expose hole like that, and Yeah, he's full blown spread eagle right here. His name was Roy, by the way. I was right.
Okay,
His name was
right.
Roy. As soon as I
Good.
said that, I was like, "You're Roy to
Yeah.
me. You're a Roy." And
Wow.
yeah, I kind of like I get I know who who the listener is that wrote in, and they do have Roy vibes. Yeah, they have Roy. Oh wait, no, they're not Roy.
They're not Roy in this situation.
I was trying to
They're
make fun
Jim
of them.
Halpert's ass.
Sorry, you're Jim's hole. The boyfriend is Roy. I was joking, by the way. You don't have Roy vibes at all. You do have Jim's ass vibes, though.
Yeah.
There's so much of it on my phone right now. I can't think of anything else.
You started booing at a point in the question reading.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
at the look, this is the purest story in the world. And
Yeah. You're to be honest, you're a notorious boyfriend booer.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well,
am.
yeah. Anytime anyone has a boyfriend, you're like, boo.
Yeah.
No.
They're just like, well, I'm engaged
Get rid of
to this guy that I've been happily dating for 6 years. I'm boo.
Not good enough for
boo.
you.
No, I could treat you better, even though I just met them. Even though I just met this person. Yeah, but they know me. I wrote I exist. Huh? Why can't you be engaged to me? Like, because you're engaged to 6 people. You.
I'm married to one.
Yeah. That's insane. That's insane. Go back to that therapist who told you to do monogamy. Go back to him. He was looking out for you.
He
at
was
this point.
right.
I want to reiterate, you are not Roy to me.
Yeah.
Technically, the guy is Roy here. You are Jim and Pam and Jim
Yeah.
is this other person.
Yeah.
And you guys are both intertwined in love, and I think that that's really pure and really good. You guys talk every day now. They've already confessed this huge love for you, and but they had a partner at the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then now you feel this way about them. You want to spend your life with them, but they have a partner at the time.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm telling you: wait it out, because like. It's cool to wait it out. It really is, and sometimes it actually does work. Their story kind of mimicked ours.
Yeah,
for
that's what I
a
was
bit.
gonna say. There's some parallels here. Started talking in 2016. Bang, same.
No,
Yes.
what?
Oh wait, no.
What the fuck are you talking about?
2013.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Our 10 years coming up, and you don't even know it. What the
I
fuck?
just don't know what year it is now.
No, it's
I don't know what
it's
year it is now.
2024.
We started talking in 2013.
Yes.
2013. Yeah.
2013 we started talking. God, you were 3 years off. And then
We started re-talking again in 2016.
yes.
Yeah.
Technically,
Yes.
very technically.
Mm-hmm.
What year did we meet?
2014.
What month?
June.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
June 20 something.
That's cool.
Yeah.
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 That rocks. Hope that helps. Try meeting them in June.
Try meeting them in June.
I
Yeah,
feel like
yeah.
something is aligning 10 years later.
Yeah.
You had a partner, but you were also like in an open relationship and stuff. So there was no like issue with us.
Yeah.
Smooching and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And but what did sort of mimic our tale is that we met, we were very about each other, and then we just pursued other things for a while.
Yeah.
In
we
fact-
were both young, not emotionally fucking mature at all.
No,
Too
at least they were
broke.
teenagers then.
Yeah.
We were already.
Yeah.
I was 23.
Yeah, I was 20. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Couldn't do it. Shouldn't have done it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, went and had separate relationships. I'm not going to say unfulfilling relationships.
No.
Both great relationships.
No,
actually, that we had.
like
yeah.
really, really great relationships.
Yeah.
Way better than this shit show. Way better than
But
this.
then same thing. Like started talking again. Started talking like every day again. Just like back and forward. Just like, oh my god, like falling right back into it. And then we ended up fucking married. So you know.
We also hit a point where we're just like, I mean, yeah, we want this, but like the distance and how are we going to make this work? And
Yeah.
you know, we work at a paper factory. You know, how are we going to support? And also, I think Roy's going to kick my ass. This ass, and I show it all over the internet.
Oh my god.
Jim's hole.
Jim's hole.
Org.
Dot ass.
Dot ass. Dot horse. The Yeah, I think that's really sweet. I think you just gotta fucking wait it out. Or if this guy is really cool, he could just accept that there is no love purer than one out of a sapphic poem.
It's so true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that you can't and should never really stand in the way of that. You can either be part of it or you or
Or
watch
you
it
can be
watch
homophobic. How's that?
how
Yeah.
about that? Hey,
Yeah.
how about that? How about that,
Mhm.
Roy? Huh?
There's your choice.
You
Yeah.
can you're either for this or you're against it.
Yeah.
Are you sorry, what'd you say? You're against that.
Wow.
What side of
You're
history do you
against
want to be on at the end of all this?
Yeah.
Are you rubbing shoulders with Miss Rowling? Yeah. No, well, this is obviously my insane take, is I'm just like, you should all date, and everyone will be fine. And that can't happen, obviously. But I'm saying, look, if you're in love with somebody, well, you guys are totally in love. You guys are totally
You're
in
obviously completely in love.
Uh-huh.
But okay, here's what I'll say. There's actually no mention in the email anywhere that they have actually met. I'm not saying you can't be in love if you haven't met, because you definitely can.
And
be.
I have been.
And I have been.
And I mostly am in love with people I haven't met. Yeah.
At first, yeah.
Yeah. It's for sure. Historically, yes.
Yeah, you can obviously have a hugely intimate bond with someone that you haven't met yet.
In fact, I would argue really quick, and I know you're going somewhere with this, but I would argue it's better. I would argue it's better that you haven't met, because this is purely based on communication right now. So this love that you're feeling that's based in communication, you're gonna marry this person. Like, it's crazy. you're gonna fucking marry this person if you meet and it's good as well as that.
Well, here's what I was gonna say. I was like, I wouldn't try. It's just me. I wouldn't try to make any big moves until you have done that. You didn't mention that you'd done that. So I would, instead of being like confessing your love for them, I would just be like, you should one of us should take a holiday to the other side of the world.
Yeah, we should definitely meet.
Wouldn't that be really funny?
Yeah, wouldn't that be funny?
That would be really, really funny. And then you want to see if that actually translates to sparks flying in real life.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes it doesn't.
Sometimes it
doesn't. Sometimes I've fallen in love with people and met them in real life, and then that's where it just, you know. Mm-hmm. But it still doesn't mean that I am not engaged to them currently. I mean, I am.
They're
you have
one
to
of my
many
fiancés.
Yeah, one of my many fiancés, and I honor that. It's completely, you really fall in love with someone on the phone and then doing your texting them and stuff, and it's great. But also sometimes you really fall in love with someone and then you meet them and it just intensifies that. It solidifies that.
Yeah. I think it goes like one of two ways. Yeah. It's either like, oh my God, this is super real, or like, this is interesting. Maybe I was projecting a bit or something. Maybe
I was just bored. Sometimes I do that.
Sometimes I fall in love with someone for 8 years because I'm bored.
Yeah.
Like this guy.
Oh, I fell in love with him for 15 years though.
Yeah.
He's the sleepiest guy.
So that would be my advice. My advice would be to not make any big, especially, if they live with the person they're with, because then what? Then, okay, what? You're like, okay, we're going to be together. And now you have to find a new place to live by yourself. Financially, I will not be able to help,
That's why the trick is to like, if you can, I know a lot of people can't, but if you can, go back to when you were 16 and write a song called I Exist.
I Exist, yeah.
Because then you can like swoop in there and then be someone who can financially support somebody.
Great point.
Yeah.
Great point.
Because then you can't have to be like, oh, then I can't help you with a place to live. Because I can help people with a place to live, you know? And puts me, it's almost like getting me in the mood to do it now, to like ruin a relationship. I haven't done it in many years because I've been like in an amazing marriage, but sometimes occasionally you just have to like swoop in there and just be like, I love this person. Love, I guess.
They're like, who are you?
I guess imagine if love was a bomb. Like I would really really go in there and hit them with that.
Really?
I really feel like I'm coming up with
Very disruptive.
disruptive
Very
sort of.
explosive, disruptive, sudden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the cool thing afterwards, you dissipate. You know,
Yeah. You don't keep it up.
You do not. How can you? You've just met your
impossible.
your next love of your life. How can you? You have no time. You're starting your 6th family at that point. I'm mostly joking, but you guys got to meet.
Yeah.
You guys have to meet.
Yeah. And you don't, the meeting does not have to be, like, listen, if you guys are talking every day, if things are as good as you say it is, if you think that you feel this way, then there's a chance that they already feel that way and they're not saying it. So I would just be like,
They already feel that way. They've
find
already
a way.
admitted they feel that way.
Let's find a way to meet in the next year or something, you know? And then if it happens, it happens. And if it doesn't, that's what I would do. That's my advice. Yeah.
We watched that ContraPoints recently about. Oh shit! We have 15 seconds left. Thank you so much. No. We watched the. Oh, boom! Hit one more time. We watched the new ContraPoints about Twilight recently, which is good. It's like 3 hours long, right?
It's good. Yeah.
It's really, really good. It's time for me to shut the fuck up.
It's time for you to shut the fuck up.
I wish I didn't see that, so it would have like startled me. I want an honest to goodness like clutching the pearls moment in 4K.
Yeah.
You know, a zoom. You know, because then it would be, people would feel bad for me because I was scared. And then maybe I'll get some pity, and then on top of that, people would be like, "Wait, is Mitch just a really good actor?" So, and then maybe I'd land a cool role. We watched the new ContraPoints, and it was about Twilight, but it's about everything, because it's ContraPoints. But they talked a lot about the difference between like wanting and yearning, you know?
Yeah.
Craving and yearning, you know? And it's obviously something that I've thought about a lot, even in the past, ever since I saw that one Seinfeld episode about it. This is, I think, a good example of that. And it feels amazing to yearn. It feels incredible to yearn. And realistically, eventually, even at your craziest, most intense yearning, when you actually get what you want, the best case scenario is that you build like a cute little life with that person, and then you share a bed with them every night, and then you get to see them all the time, because this is awesome, you know? But it isn't the same as when we were yearning. Yearning is not having that. Yearning is and it is an intense and very special emotion.
And that's why sometimes I have to go back to Europe for a couple months.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When you leave, it's so typical that it's just, you know, but like, you know, these things are true, you know?
I hate when psychology is true.
Yeah, I hate when, what is it? Is it absence? Absence makes the heart grow fonder?
Yeah.
Absence.
I thought it was abstinence. Fuck.
I thought it was
shit.
Absinthe or whatever.
Absence.
Yeah. I thought it was a different word.
It's absence.
Okay, then it's absence. You've been attacking me for
lack of something
for 30 minutes.
Yeah. Well, what else? You were just agreeing with it, but you didn't know what word it was.
I thought it was a synonym for first. Yeah. Okay, then it's absence. It's fine. It's okay.
Yeah.
It sucks when stuff like that is like so true, but it is so true. It's so true. When you're gone, I'm just like, what is this? What are we doing? You know, why? What is the, you need to, I can't wait until we just like do the thing I don't appreciate in the moment again. God, just lay beside me while I'm on my phone, you know? Please play Tomb Raider while I'm not paying attention. Yeah. It's all I want. It's all I need. It's my life, you know? Yeah. And then it's there, and I just texting.
Texting one of your many fiancés.
Texting other people and say, I'm going to do it soon. I've never felt this way about anybody. Yeah, I can't believe, is this real? Am I doing this? Oh my God. Jump off this cliff with me together, you and I holding hands. And they say, I'm ready. I put my phone away.
And I say, I'm stuck on Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know the Egyptian level? It's Tomb Raider 1 remastered version. Yeah, it's really hard. My wife is really stuck, and it makes me sad.
Please, my wife, she's very stuck.
She's very stuck on Tomb Raider. You're in love with your best friend. I think that rocks. I think being in the state that you're in, being in love with your best friend, is not the worst place to be. And you can chill there for a little bit longer before you actually meet them and see if you want to actually do something about that.
Yeah.
But for now, it feels pretty good to be in love with your best friend.
True.
It isn't as painful as people say it is, in my opinion. If you have other stuff going on,
It's dramatic.
that's a,
Yeah.
like, what else are you writing poems about?
It's a precious morsel.
It's a great little thing. Squeeze it.
Yeah.
Squeeze every ounce of lyrics out of that and then commodify it.
Yeah.
Put it up on Spotify and tell people to pre-save it.
You get me in the mood.
To pre-save something on Spotify. Yeah.
No.
Are you sure? There's lots of stuff on Spotify you can pre-save.
Yeah. You get me in the mood to fall in love with a friend.
It's fun.
Yeah. Might
it's
fuck
fun.
around and fall
it's
in
fun.
love with a friend. Yeah.
Sometimes you have to.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to.
It's true.
But then, we're also living in these weirdo fantasy worlds that I'm just like, people can just do that without experiencing like jealousy or inadequacy or something like that.
Well, part of the fun, maybe.
It is part of the fun. When you stir the pot, the
soup
becomes
better.
delicious. Yeah.
No one ever says that.
Sometimes you have to stir the pot.
No one's ever telling you that, but like stirring the pot is like, sometimes it helps the soup.
If you don't stir
sometimes you need to stir the pot.
If you don't stir that fucking pot, sometimes
stir that fucking pot.
Everyone, okay, that's a new TikTok thing. Everyone stir that
fucking pot.
You better stir that fucking pot. And it's like walking the duck, but I'm kind of doing that.
Yeah.
I'm stirring it a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I want to see if people on TikTok can do that while they're streaming some drone piece I did or something. Something that'll get me paid. Sometimes. Hey, if you don't stir the pot.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm going back to this. If you don't stir the pot.
Yeah.
Your soup's going to burn. If you don't stir the pot, your soup's going to burn.
And that burnt flavor will permeate. Mm-hmm. It will you think, I can just eat the top bit of the soup that isn't burnt. No. Bitter soup.
Bitter.
Is that what you want?
Bitter venom. I'd say I'm not telling you to stir the pot.
No.
I'm just saying I have.
I'm saying shake it a little.
Yeah.
Give it a jiggle. No.
See if the pot wants to be stirred.
Yes.
See if the pot wants to be stirred a little bit.
Yeah. And see if you can make some of those like good pot stirring noises.
That is yeah. Yeah. That's what good soup sounds like. Yeah. I guess you can make mac and cheese in a pot. And people do. Exclusively. Make mac and cheese in a pot.
I make it in my mouth.
There we go.
Yeah.
I'm an easy mac kind of guy myself.
We gotta go.
We don't have time for another question. That was a great question, though.
Yeah.
Thank you for asking it.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that it helped. Probably did not, but this has been All the Space in Between, and my name is Mitch.
My name is Billy. We already told you to write us in emails, but do that again. Our email address is
allthespaceinbetween@gmail.com. If you like the episode and you think other people also might like the episode, tell them about the episode.
Tell them about the freaking episode. Tell them, hey, they are so fucking back, and not like last time when they were so fucking back, and then that was like a funny lie that they told, but this time they're actually like so fucking back. Tell them that.
And I want to give advice. I want to answer questions. Send it. allthespaceinbetween@gmail.com. I keep thinking the camera's there, and I just realized I've been looking at nothing the whole time I've been talking. I've been like making eye contact with a little part of my desk that looks like a lens that isn't a lens, Like, oh my God.
Just a dark side.
I've been talking to a shadow this whole time. I've been locking eyes with a shadow. That's kind of cool.
Beautiful.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. Go to flatsound.org/radio to listen to a constant stream of ambient music. Go to patreon.com/flatsound to support me. Go to patreon.com/BLSSM to support Billy. We are constantly craving food. Like, multiple times a day. I feel like I'm
Yeah.
addicted to this shit.
It's like, yeah, that's really why we spent so much time talking about soup just now.
I'm hungry.
Pots and
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, it's constantly.
I'm
So
hungry.
please give me some. Your money isn't money to me. It's soup ingredients.
soup.
It's soup ingredients to be.
Future soup.
Future soup is funny. Thank you guys so much. We'll talk to you next time.
Bye.
Bye bye.